Hi, my name is Olivia. I've landed just in time to catch another segment of Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers with William Craig III. Today, Mr. Craig will be demonstrating another powerful prompt to help us use AI effectively in our job search. I can't wait to see what he's going to share with us. And the best part is, I can watch the replay on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel at Get Up and Get a Job. Okay, fasten your seatbelts. Mr. Craig is about to take off.
All right. Thanks so much, Olivia. And welcome back to those of you who have been watching and following the series either in person or by watching the replays. Hey, and a warm welcome if this is your very first time joining. This is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers. I'm William Craig III, an AI business and career strategist. And today's segment is about how to always know your salary requirement and never be lowballed again. Oh my. Look, if you're new to the series, I have a clear mission here to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. The fact is, people who randomly put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well-meaning, but sometimes too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers is focused on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each and every day. Now, doesn't matter how long you've been unemployed, underemployed, maybe you're just unhappily employed. Been there, done that, don't want the t-shirt. Look, my goal is to help you run your job search like a well-organized job campaign, one with clarity, confidence, and strategy, using AI as your job campaign manager. Yes. By the way, if you have missed any of the segments, feel free to visit my LinkedIn profile to watch the replays, or better still, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, it's called Get Up and Get a Job. Just go to YouTube, type in Get Up, Get a Job, click the subscribe bell, and you'll be notified every time I go live or share a video that I believe will be of help to you. All righty, so let's get this party started. And what do we got going on here today? We got a couple of folks that have chimed in already. And first up is Shelly. Hey, Shelly, happy Monday, everyone, Shelly says. So glad that you're with us, Shelly. Thanks so much. Appreciate you, as always. We've got John Werner in the house. Of course we do. Hi, William and everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Happy Monday. I pray we all get an interview or an offer this week. It is my prayer as well, John. And let's see here. We've got a LinkedIn user. Hi, William and John. I'm looking forward to this topic. I feel like a lowball my salary often. I think that meant I lowball my salary often because I really want the job. Or, yeah, no worries. That's part of what we're going to talk about here today. So glad you're with us. Thanks for letting us know that you're here. Let's see here. Daniel Velez. Hey, Daniel, my friend. Good afternoon, William, and everyone. Good afternoon to you too, sir. TJ Richardson. Good morning from sunny Arizona. Oh my, where summer has already started. But glad you're here, TJ. Thanks so much for being here. And let's see here. John says, hi, Carol. Good morning. So great to see you. I can definitely relate to your comments. Oh my. Yeah, this is a topic that has come up a lot. And so that's why I'm addressing it here, because there is a way to fix this. I mean, here's the question. How many of you, when asked, so what are your salary requirements? What are you looking for? Kind of freeze, don't know, not sure. And here's the point that I love that was brought out about the desperation piece. Because I've talked to you guys, don't be desperate. All right. But here's the thing about it. You want the job so badly that even if it's $10,000 or $20,000 below what you believe it's worth, not just to the company, but to you, you take it anyway. And help me understand, what's the rationale behind that? Because 6 months from now, you're going to be saying, oh, they're not paying me enough. And now you're going to want to try and negotiate. And you know what happens? Nothing. Now they label you as a disgruntled employee. All right. So this is why you got to know your number going in. And how do you determine that number? Is it just plucked from air? Is it, well, I know I need to make my bills. I need $60,000 because that'll help me take care of my bills and my responsibilities, etc. But is the job worth more than 60,000? If it is, then you're shortchanging yourself. All righty. So one of the things you got to look at is, what is the job worth to the employer, to the company? Okay, that's important. But also, what is it worth for you based on your years of experience, the skill sets? I mean, if you're going to be one of those employees that just goes in and just kind of does things halfway, just do what you can to get by, not really care, not trying to be innovative, just show up, maybe show up, then fine. Take the $20,000 less number and just be happy that someone has employed you and hope that they don't find you out. Okay. All right. But here we go. But if you're really going to go in and you're going to aim to make a mark that cannot be erased, if you're going to aim to become essential, meaning that, that Pareto principle, 80-20 rule, right? So if we had to let 80% of the people go, here's the top 20% that are going to stay and keep the ship afloat, you would be in that bucket. If that's who you're looking to be, then here's what we're going to do today. We're going to show you how you can show up. And let's see. Hey, Monica Jacks. Hey, glad you're able to make it. So glad, so glad. Good afternoon to you too. All righty. So here we go. Let's take a look at this prompt. And it's a little long for the screen. Benchmark the typical salary range and total comp package for an AR/AP manager role in Houston, Texas, using current 2026 data. Include data from currently open positions posted within the last 7 days. Some of you didn't even know you could do that. Contrast this data with Mary's resume and advise her of what she should realistically ask for when negotiating her salary and benefits. Present in table form. And so here we go. We need real data. And I just for the sake of, because I said that, here we go. Do not can I spell hallucinate? Do not hallucinate. Looks like I'm missing an E there, right? No, is it? I don't know. I won spelling bee in the 3rd grade. I think this is it. Do not hallucinate. Only provide verifiable data. All right. So for those of you who are skeptics out there, we've popped that in. All righty. So here we go. Let's see what we've got going on. See, here's the thing you got to understand, that there are companies, not all companies, organizations, etc., not all, but there are some that are going to take advantage of the fact that you don't know your number, that you are desperate and just want to get a job, that you have no data to back up your justification for your number. I've had to, a couple of times in life, provide a justification letter for salary requirements. And, at the end of the day, you got to know that here's why I'm asking for this number. It's not just because I feel I'm worth it. All right. I think this is probably done by now. Yes. Oh, it's still. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Searching for AR manager roles in Houston. I'll focus on specific roles like HR manager. I could also try Google Jobs to see if it brings up helpful snippets, and search LinkedIn. It's going so fast. Okay, it's okay. ZipRecruiter, Robert Half, LinkedIn, Tallo, Career.com, Glassdoor, Indeed, Salary, Robert Half again. I should look for more salary ranges on Salary.com and focus on open roles. Additionally, I could check BP. Oh my goodness. This will help me gather more concrete details to provide a solid answer. Oh, I love it. I love it. within this last 7 days. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. So again, many of them will try and capitalize on the fact that you don't have data to back up your salary requirements. Because if asked, you're not able to articulate why you should be paid this amount versus that amount. Now, remember, there are some times where a company might say, here's the range that we're offering. Now, there in some states, it is law that they must post the salary or the salary range when posting the job. All right. That's in some states. So there are some states where they post the job, you have no clue what the salary or the salary range that they're offering is. And so you go into those situations now and you don't have a clue. And the other side to this coin is even when there's a salary range, me and my colleagues, the way we coach is that you never give them a range. Hear what I'm saying now. If the salary range is 0 to 100, or they ask you for a salary range of what's your salary range, you go 0 to 100. You don't want to do that. You want to give them a number. Okay. You want to give them a number. And if their range is 0 to 100, let's just say you sat down, you calculated what your needs are, and let's say you need 60. Well, guess what? You should probably look at 70 or 75, just depending upon how skilled you are and what you're bringing to the table. All right. So 3 minutes, 6 seconds. Below is verifiable current 2026 benchmark for an AR/AP manager level role in Houston, Texas, including a fresh opening snapshot from roles posted within the last 7 days and a realistic negotiation target for Mary based on the resume materials you've shared earlier in this project. So, oh my goodness, let's see here. And we can copy this. All right. Well, I'm not going to copy. I'll let you do that. So category market bench. Okay. Just switched on me. It looks like it's still adding. It's still working. So I'm going to let it finish working before we start doing this so that we can make sure that we see everything. But I hope what I said makes sense because number one, you got to know your number. Number two, you've got to be able to have some backup for why your number is your number. Number three, you never give a range. You never give a range. You always give a number. And when given a range, you always pick a little bit higher than what it is you know you need. I had a manager once, and when we would bid on contracts, for example, one of the things he would do is he would look at what it cost to perform on the contract, and he would add 25%. Because based on the number of years that he had been doing this work, he knew that a 25% buffer was a good range because even if something came up that he didn't anticipate, you always got to allow for the, for the surprises, the things that you can't see around the corner on. Even if he popped in 25%, even if something came up, maybe it would take up 10 to 15% extra, but that still gave him a 10%. Let's say it went up to 15%, that still gave him a 10% margin. So we got to always build in our profit margin. So, all right, let's see here what we got. And I'm going to reduce the size of this a little bit so we can see, yeah, because there's a lot on here. And it's going to make this really small, but oh my goodness, this is so cool. All right, this is too small for me to read. Let's do it like this. Because I'm going to lose my bar. All right, so let's look at this. And again, you're going to get the link to this so that you can see it and go through it for yourselves. Here we go. Below is verifiable. Okay, I already read that part. Category, market bench. So market benchmark. So salary.com, Glassdoor, and Robert Half were used for the market benchmarks for accounts payable receivable manager, accounts receivable manager, accounts payable manager. In Houston, Texas, as of March 1, 2026, March 2026 snapshot updated for 2026. So verified pay. Here, let me zoom in on this and I'll zoom back out. Verified pay, 104, 784. Okay, so you've got tiers here. So you've got, looks like it starts at 95, 169 to 111, 743. Then you've got 104, 784, and then you've got 118, 80,000. Verified benefits, total comp elements. Salary.com's page is salary focused. It does not verify employer specific benefits, which is going to be really different everywhere you go. Glassdoor page here does not, yeah, okay. Robert Half, salary only. So again, low, mid, high, 76, 868, all the way up to 112, 110. And then we've got the average of 88,000. So that's what I was misreading. 88,390. But then we have it a range of anywhere from 72,456 to 109,296. And we were looking at here on the first as a benchmark. These are just benchmarks. On average, 104,784. And then we've got our ranges here. All righty. So let's take a look. Let's come back out. And it says what this means for Mary. And where is chat? There's my bar. All right, what this means for Mary. This is the cleanest Houston benchmark for a combined ARAP manager title. It supports aiming at or near 100K for a true manager seat. All righty, so that's the first thing that we're looking at as far as market benchmark. Next up, this shows the AR only side of the market runs lower than the blended ARAP benchmark, useful if a company frames the job as more AR heavy than full ARAP leadership. So that's the second one. And then the third one that Robert Half provided us with, this is a practical Houston comp anchor for AP manager negotiations and supports a mid-market ask in the low to mid 90s, even before strong benefit negotiation. So that takes care of the first three. Now we've got fresh openings within the last 7 days. And here, let me zoom back in for you guys. All right. And find my bar. There we go. All right. So fresh opening number one, I'm just going to do 3 of these. University of Houston via LinkedIn is where it's posted. It's an accounts payable manager. Let's see, Houston area, yes. 3 days ago it was posted. Verified pay was not disclosed in the snippet. Let's see here. Not disclosed in the snippet I could verify. And then, and my apologies here, need a bigger screen. All donations sent to, no, just kidding. All righty. All right, so where is it? 3 days ago, here we go. Confirms active demand for AP manager talent in Houston right now, but not usable as a salary anchor because the pay was not published. But we know that there's this role that was posted at the University of Houston, and it's on LinkedIn. Next is BP, the big oil company. Manager accounts receivable search showed 6 days ago. Glassdoor job page showed 11 days ago. Let's see here, 69,000 to 114. Wow, that's a huge swing. 69 to 114. Full-time, no relocation, no travel expected. And I'll switch over here when I finish reading this next one. Baker Ripley via LinkedIn, similar jobs panel. Accounts payable supervisor is the title. It gets its job posting number 1249. It's in Houston. 1 week ago, salary's not disclosed. Not disclosed in the snippet. I could verify. And see, this is the good thing about putting in that, hey, don't hallucinate. Okay. Just the facts, chat. Just the facts. Because you don't want it making up numbers. Okay. If you don't know the number, fine. Tell me you don't know the number. But with our anchors here that we got, we have a good idea of where we're looking at. We're looking at anywhere from a low of 72, even though this one is just for the AR manager, to a high of 118 for the combo. Alrighty. But again, at the end of the day, we've got a range that we can work within. Now, and we'll take a look at what chat says Mary should be looking at, and then we'll be done for today. Because again, I'm going to give you the link to this, and you can play with this using your information. And I hope this is helpful to you. All righty. So, 3, 1, 2, 3. We could go. All right. So for the first job, we talked about that. Second job, because the recency signals conflict between sources, I would treat this as a supporting data point, not the cleanest last 7 days salary anchor. Still useful for seeing Houston AR managers sealing behavior. And it gives you another lead because even if they filled the position, you already know that they hire for this position. So now you can add this company to your list, continue to do your research, reach out, connect with folks on LinkedIn at this company, and make your case known. And if worst case scenario, if you can call it that, you're adding your resume to their career portal. All righty. And then this last one says useful directional signal. Houston employers are hiring at the supervisor/manager layer right now, which helps Mary justify manager track compensation if she can prove team leadership and process ownership. And we talked a little bit about that last week with regards to the leadership piece, that even though she may not have had the title of manager or team leader, because of what she actually did that's shown on her resume, it shows that she does have the leadership experience, and she should negotiate from that standpoint. All right, so here, let's take a look at this part. Okay, this is all in one place. This is another table you can copy. What Mary should realistically ask for. So if the role is truly manager level, includes team leadership, KPI ownership, process improvement, and both AR and AP scope, Mary should ask for between 102 and 108 for a base salary. Why? I love this. Don't you love this? That sits inside Houston's verified blended AR AP manager range from salary.com and lines up with the upper middle portion of the market without sounding inflated. And here's your proof. And there are two of these in here. If the role is more AP heavy or AR heavy with less full cycle ownership, she should probably ask for between 95 and 102 for her base salary. This fits the midpoint to upper midpoint of the Houston manager benchmarks while staying realistic if the employer narrows the scope to one side of the ledger. And we've got our sources here. And then if the employer sees her as a strong step-up candidate from specialist, which is her current title, senior specialist, into first manager role, she should be looking at anywhere from $90,000 to $97,000 as a base salary. Based on the resume history you've shared previously, Mary appears strongest on hands-on AR AP operations and transferability. If the company questions formal manager title depth, this range is still well supported and credible. So it all depends on how they're going to be viewing her. Now, benefits. In addition to salary, she should be looking for 401k match, medical, dental, vision benefits, strong paid time off, hybrid flexibility if available. Not all companies, and especially for this position, will smile on that. And either a sign-on bonus, whoa, or a 6-month salary review. So even if you're going to say, I'm coming in at, let's say 93, but you can ask for a salary review in 6 months or a sign-on bonus. These are all consistent with benefit patterns visible in Houston area, near Houston, AP manager postings where employers won't move on base. The 6-month review is often the smartest fallback. So we're sticklers. We're holding to the 92. That's going to be the salary. But one of the things that chat says, here's what we're seeing in the Houston area, is that a lot of employers are willing to do the 6-month review in lieu of a higher salary. How critical is this information before you're going in? Oh my. All right, so here we go. Almost done. Best negotiating position for Mary based on the market data above. Let's make this a little larger. Based on the market data above and the way Mary has been positioned in this project, the cleanest target ask is a base salary ask of $105,000. Floor to accept without a compensating benefit upgrade about $95,000. Stretch ceiling if the role truly owns both AR and AP staff leadership, KPIs, systems process improvement, about 108 to 112, and Mary should pick a number within that range. That recommendation is grounded in the Houston blended AR AP manager benchmark of 95, 169 to 111, 743, with an average of 104, 784, plus Robert Half's Houston AP manager midpoint high numbers of 90,743 to 112,110. Important caution. I did not find a large set of Houston exact title AR AP manager positions from the last 7 days. Now I could have used 14, 21, 30 days, but I want the freshest leads. Okay. So that's why I use 7 days. That also disclosed salary. What I could verify in the last 7 days window was mostly recency and title, not pay. So the salary ask above is anchored primarily to current 2026 Houston compensation benchmarks, in other words, since the beginning of the year, then cross-checked against the limited live opening data I could verify. And I'm not mad at you, chat, because you did what I asked you to do. And here are the sources that are provided for you. And here's what chat is saying. I can turn this into a salary negotiation script for Mary next. Give it a thumbs up. Let me get out of this so that I can get the prompt for you. See if you guys have any comments. And let's copy the link. And link is copied. And I'm going to paste this into. Okay, no comments. Okay, well, that's fine because I know you guys are in learn mode. And again, my goal here was simple, to show you how to walk into a situation that, first of all, you don't even want to apply for the job if the job is not going to fit within your salary requirements. That's top of the list. Why spend your time? Why waste your time? So do your due diligence with this. How long did that take us? It took us probably, let's say it took us 10 minutes, right? Because I think chat, it was 3 minutes and 6 seconds that chat thought about it. And so now we're going to read everything. So let's say it takes us 10, all right, tops 15 minutes. That 15 minutes will save you 3 weeks of heartache. Okay, 15 minutes will, why? Because you're putting together all of your information for this job. You're preparing for an interview. You're doing your research. When I say putting your information, you're also doing your research on individuals where you can find them in the company, looking to do those informational interviews if you can. You're applying for the position, going through a screening, going through an interview if you make it through the screening. And if you follow the things that I've shared with you, you should make it through the screening. So that's 3 weeks worth of time. And you can take 15 minutes and say, you know what, this doesn't look promising. Let me move on. All right, let's see here. Something popped up. Thank you, William. This is really helpful to rationalize the salary ask with data. And then it's important to think about the total value of the position. Are there opportunities for advancement over time or to learn new skills? Is it a company you strongly want to work for? Would this job be a foot in the door? Exactly. Exactly, John. Thanks for adding that, because all of these are things that you should be considering when you're looking at a job. It's not just about, oh, I need a job, so let me apply for this job because I see an opening. No, stop doing that. That's why you're getting frustrated, because you're wasting your time on opportunities that are not right for you. Here, say this with me, or say this, repeat after me. Not every opportunity is the right opportunity for me. All right, one more time. Not every opportunity is the right opportunity for me. There's your new tattoo or t-shirt. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Daniel Velez, thanks for this comprehensive prompt. It will enable some deep reflection on how to optimize negotiation. I hope so. All right. I've taken, wow, a whole 30 minutes here. But again, I pray that this was beneficial. I'm going to get out of here. And tomorrow, plan on coming back, doing it all over again, just in a different way. And yeah, please take advantage of this prompt and let's see what you can come up with. All right. Plug in your area. You might be pleasantly surprised. Look, there are 3 things I want you to remember. God loves you. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. If you see something, say something. And I'll look to see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Wow, that was fantastic. I haven't been this excited to learn about something since I left basketball. Anyway, Mr. Craig did another great job of sharing an AI prompt that anyone can use in their job search. Be sure to join him every day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel called Get Up and Get a Job. You can watch the replays there as well. And while you're at it, share this information with someone you know who wants or needs a new job. I've got to run. My team needs me. But keep up the great work, Mr. Craig. You're providing a great service for the community. I'm going to tell all of my players about daily AI prompts for job seekers with William Craig III.